Minnie was silently cleaning a fish on the kitchen counter, preparing a meal for herself and her husband. As she did so, she saw something that made her lose her grip on the knife, which flew out of her hand. There seemed to be something shiny inside the fish, and when she touched it, her screams echoed throughout the house because the thing moved. What could it have been? Joel and his wife Minnie lived in close harmony with nature. They had a beautiful garden where they grew their own fruits and vegetables. There was also a nearby lake where they regularly went fishing, so they relied heavily on the land. In their daily life, growing food was their favorite hobby and their preferred way to spend time as a family because they enjoyed teaching their children different skills. That day, the couple caught a fish, as they had done many times before, but this day would take an unexpected turn. What they caught was a mudfish, also known as a bowfin, which is a type of bony fish. Not many people prefer this fish, but if it is cooked the right way, it can be a delicious meal. And the couple knew how to do that, so every time they caught a bowfin, they would have a delicious dinner from it. Joel and Minnie were planning to make fish cakes with baked potatoes, so it was time to prepare the fish. Minnie started by putting the fish in the sink to clean it, something she had done many times before, but this time would be different. After she cleaned the fish with water, she took it to the kitchen counter. It was time for Minnie's least favorite part of the process, which was removing the head and cleaning the fish from the inside. But before she cut the fish's belly with the knife, she noticed something strange. There was a lump in the middle of the fish's body, and it looked odd, as if it shouldn't be there. Minnie wasn't sure what it could be, but it's not unusual for fish to eat all sorts of things. Minnie carefully opened the fish to take out what was inside, and when she did, she found something strange and screamed in shock when she saw that it was shiny. It completely surprised her, and she couldn't believe she found that inside a fish. It was a gold necklace with a pendant shaped like an anchor, and it was beautiful. She wondered how the fish had found it, but that wasn't the only strange thing about the fish. There was something else happening too. As Minnie continued cleaning the fish, she removed its insides and reached the spot where she saw the lump. However, before she could dig into it with her fingers, something scary happened. Minnie touched something and felt it move, so she jumped back and screamed in terror. Joel immediately came to the kitchen and went to his wife, who was still screaming. "What's going on?" he asked, while Minnie was in a state of panic. Eventually, she calmed down enough to point at the fish. When Joel approached the fish to see what his wife was talking about, a lump of flesh squirmed, as if it were alive. The fish was already dead, and Minnie had already cut off its head, so how was it still moving? How was that possible? Minnie decided to search online for a possible explanation before trying to touch the fish again. Meanwhile, Joel started filming how the fish was moving. After some research, Minnie discovered that fish tend to move even after death. Salt, a preservative and a very common ingredient, may cause a reaction in dead fish because some cells may still be able to respond to stimuli. Finally, Minnie sighed in relief and laughed a little. That solved the mystery of how the fish was able to move, but they still didn't know what was inside the fish. But before we continue, please like this video to help it reach 5,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Joel saw the necklace on the surface and asked Minnie about it. He was surprised when she told him how she found it, and he became very interested to know what else might be inside the fish. So Minnie resumed taking out the fish's guts. While she was doing that, a small ball fell from the stomach, and then several small sparkling balls appeared. "Is this a bead?" Minnie asked. When they picked it up to examine it, Joel narrowed his eyes as he rolled the shiny little balls between his finger and thumb, and when he held them up to the light, he was surprised. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. It turned out they were pearls. "Are you sure?" Minnie asked in astonishment. Joel took one of them and used his teeth to check, and indeed, it was a real pearl. Fish like bowfin aren't picky about their food. They eat anything that moves, so it's possible that this fish ate a lot of oysters. At that moment, the couple didn't know that the pearl they found could be sold for a lot of money, so it was a pleasant surprise. Joel filmed some videos about their discovery and uploaded one to social media to share the incident online. Many people saw it and were surprised by it. It's not every day that a fish comes with hidden treasures. Joel and Minnie were especially interested in finding the owner of the necklace, so they asked if anyone knew who it belonged to, but there were no clues. After a few weeks, Minnie remembered that they had caught more than one fish that day. The other 5 fish were in the freezer, and she hadn't thought to check them until now. So she thawed them out and started cleaning them. There were no surprises in the first fish, and it didn't move either. It was the same with the second, third, and fourth fish. However, the last fish surprised them. While Minnie was cleaning the 5th fish, her knife hit something hard inside it. When she opened it, she found a gold ring, and it seemed to belong to a man based on its size. Once again, Joel and Minnie couldn't believe their discovery. When they cleaned the ring, they found that it had 2 names engraved on it, Jimmy and Meline, and a date. It was clearly a wedding ring. They thought the information could be useful. Joel and Minnie searched for the names and the date, but the search wasn't easy. After a while, Joel shouted, "James and Madeline Giffords." He was very excited to find something. They did some investigating on social media, but they didn't find any mention of a lost wedding ring. Most likely, it had been lost for so long that they had forgotten about it. In the end, Minnie decided to send a message to Madeline to introduce herself and ask if she or her husband had lost a wedding ring. She was so excited to hear back that she kept checking for a reply, but no response came. But when they were in bed, Minnie finally received a reply. Madeline confirmed that they had lost a wedding ring, but it had happened years ago. Joel was already asleep, so Minnie woke him up, and they decided to meet the couple. Before that, Minnie and Joel explained that they fish in the lake near their home and found the ring in the stomach of one of the fish they caught. They wanted to make sure they had found the right couple, so they asked Madeline about the other name engraved on the ring. It turned out that her husband James is also known as Jimmy, so they had found the real owners. It was time for a face-to-face meeting, but Minnie didn't know that the best part of the story was yet to come. When Minnie and Joel arrived at the couple's house, Minnie's eyes filled with tears because they were there, waiting for them on the front lawn. After exchanging greetings, the elderly couple held hands as James and Madeline told their story. What happened was that they were walking on a pier many years ago. Madeline wasn't sure when, but her small jewelry bag fell out of her purse. Unfortunately, the waves caught the jewelry bag, and they couldn't retrieve it. The elderly couple showed Minnie and Joel some photos, and while doing so, Minnie noticed something. Madeline was wearing the gold necklace with an anchor-shaped pendant in one of the pictures. They couldn't believe it. It was fate. The elderly couple were so grateful to Minnie and Joel that they wanted to do something special for them. Madeline asked Minnie to keep the necklace, and Minnie accepted when the time came. When Minnie and Joel returned home, the elderly couple couldn't stop smiling. It was a good day for everyone. Minnie was happy that they didn't give up trying to find the owners of the ring. Losing something with great sentimental value is always sad, so Minnie and Joel were glad they were able to return something special to the elderly couple. What do you think of today's story? Do you believe in fate? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more stories. Until next time.